Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 35 of Direwolf20's Let's Play Dyson Sphere series, where today I'm just keeping an eye on all the things. So, I solved my silicon problem. I basically just, went a little ham over on the silicon planet and added even more miners and smelters, and all's going well there. With regards to bipolar magnets, I think we're actually in, or unipolar magnets. They're pretty okay-ish right now. So I don't know if we stopped using all the things but something, it's better though. That's the gist of what I've got. You are low on solar sails, are you? That could be a thing we might want to go check in on. I'm wondering if it's because of titanium being low, which you might have just seen as I was looking at things. But solar sails definitely seem to be low. See, this is nice and full, so that's nice to see. Where's my solar sail maker? It's somewhere around here. Somewhere-ish. Somewhere-ish around here. Here it is. Are you guys low on something? You're low on... Ah, I see. Yeah, that would do it. Getting low on stone. Low on stone equals low on glass equals low on all the things. That's a shame. What I might do then is, let's do this real quick. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to import glass into the environment here. So what we're going to wind up doing is I'm going to let that continue. I'm going to remove you for a minute. And can I sneak one of these guys in here? Maybe if I put that there, you would collide with another object, wouldn't you? You're just a little bit tight. Yep, just a smidge. I kind of wanted to keep the glass flowing from here and do a little bit of a merger thing, but it is what it is. Well, let's start with getting you. You can have about 10 of these dudes, and your job will be to request glass. 1,500 sound like a good number to you guys? I think so. Nice. And, stuff and things. I guess what I could probably do, let's see, if we wanted to make this as close as possible. Yeah, no, there's no way it'll fit. There's no way it'll fit. So maybe what I'll do is get rid of this guy. And then your job will be to priority input from the right. So that way we'll finish. I always like finishing off these things, right? Like, it's annoying to me if I just leave these few nodes here. So what I'll typically wind up doing is just let it, as you guys have seen, kind of, do its thing. That should do. Yeah. So that'll get, all this running back up and going again. Sweet. I could probably refactor these at some point and make the solar sail production just that much better. But maybe I'll refactor this once this is done over here. There's all kinds of instances where refactoring would not be a bad thing to do. But titanium's clearly a problem, so I should go check out what's going on Planet 1 where titanium's being made. I think it's just we've finally gotten to the point where we need titanium enough that it's becoming a problem. So let's go pop up to 8crab1 and see what's up. Hopefully I've got... I think I'm good. We'll find out. Come on, bro. Move. I like warping. It's my favorite thing to do. Even a short-range warp is still lots of fun. So what's up with titanium? Did we run out of titanium? Or, oh wow, we actually ran out of silicon over here, so that's cool to see. We are officially out of silicon on this planet. Silicon ore is at 0, which means we can harvest all this stuff back up. Cool. Now this was copper. Are we low on power? Is that what's going on here? Oh yeah, our satisfaction is massively low here. Probably because I just disconnected you guys. Is better? Nope. Not even a little bit. So this is my titanium miner setup. You know what I should do here? Here's what I'm going to do here. You ready? I'm going to import all the things. So you can be voided. You can be erased. Let's do the power transfer thing here. So you're going to now request and send, right? So only 100 of each. You're going to remote demand these guys and remote supply those guys. Huzzah! Here they come. Nice. And what I'll probably wind up doing... You guys are all networked together still, right? Perfect. Is we'll put down... I'll probably line these up here. Now, did I have this guy set up already? I did. Let's line them up like this. Okay. And then I'm going to flatten this terrain. The only thing I don't like about these connectors is that it's really easy to make a little bit of a mess. Oh, am I out of those? Sweet. Okay. And then you guys will... do something like that. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're in idle mode, that's why. I'd put you in discharge mode before it makes sense to do that. Local storage, maybe? No, I guess not. Doesn't really matter. It should be fine-ish. Cool. So eventually they'll filter back in, right? I think is what they'll do. I think they should filter back in. Once we drop below 100 here, they'll filter back in is what'll happen. See how they're filling in? That'll sort all that up. And then you should be at 100. Perfect. There we go. And now it's working properly. So now our power situation is more than satisfactory. And I'll just, you know what I'll do is I'll just do this. That'll be fine. Cool. So now titanium processing should be getting happier again. Now, are you guys all satisfied-ish? Let's just make sure. It's been a while since I validated that these belts are good, but they actually seem pretty cool. Nice. Logistics carrier level 7. I'm also upgrading vertical and a little bit of research. Just some miscellaneous nice things to have. Now, there's 411,000 titanium there, but there's 8 million on the planet. So we could quickly set up, if there's another titanium vein nearby, a quick way to get even more titanium. Let's see, where is the nearest titanium vein? There's one over there. That looks like a good spot to go. I'm on board with that. You know what else I wouldn't mind upgrading real quick technology-wise? I was doing vertical construction. Yeah, I wouldn't mind mechanical frame. Is that expensive? That's not terrible. Let's queue that up. So we got 1.5 million here, huh? Alright, cool. Where's our North Pole? It's there. Which means if we're going to lay out smelters too. Huzzah! Vertical construction is complete. Nice. Smelters 2 maybe here-ish look good. I like that plan. A bunch of titanium mining. Here goes nothing. Trying to get as best as I can, you know. That looks pretty good. So what I might even do is have 2 sets of the smelters. Could I sneak another batch right down here? Because that would be cool. Yes, if I flattened out a little terrain. Okay. Now remember, because we've got our power exchangers, we have actually a pretty stupid amount of power on this planet now. That's the nice thing about the exchangers, is they really are a stupid amount of power that they generate. So we don't have to worry about power as much anymore. Like, look how much power. Like, our satisfaction is well in hand. So that's cool. So what I've been doing now is I've been slightly tweaking how this works, right? What I've instead been doing is running half of my dudes, and that was a little inefficient in terms of... Is that cool? Excellent. And then these 4 could probably go into here. So rather than merging them into one batch of smelters, I'm merging them into 2 sets of smelters. And this is also what I did on my silicon planet. So if you guys are sad that you didn't see my silicon work that I put together, now you have a rough idea of what I did. I'm gonna sneak one more in here, just because I can. Cool. And then you guys will become titanium smelters. And then the other thing that I've been doing on my remote planets, and this is, I think I started this last time, but we were in a bit of a power crunch, but I'm going to do it now that power is no longer an issue for us, is I'm going to filter these guys into a local planetary logistics station that's going to get a handful of these dudes, right? Check this out when I power this thing up to max power. Still not even breaking a sweat. Not even breaking a sweat. Okay, so you're going to store titanium as a supply, and then over here we just set this to local demand, which means it'll fly the titanium over, drop it in here, and it still remotely supplies it back to my main planet. How great is that? How great is that? And we probably don't have to have silicon on here no more, right? There's no reason to have silicon on there, and everybody's a winner. How cool, right? So now that should significantly amp up the titanium production line, right? And that should hopefully fix our titanium. If it doesn't for some reason, we'll circle back and we'll fix it, you know. We'll throw down another batch of this thing somewhere else on the planet, or, you know, we'll, you know, do something else. We'll figure it out. Effectively is what I'm saying. So back to the home planet we go. So I'm just, you know, at this point, finding out what I'm low on, and then fixing it by amping up production of it. And then in addition to that, we're getting very close to where I want to be for researching the next stage of technology, which is going to be over here. The Dirac inversion mechanism. How about we kick that off now? That sound like a plan? I like that plan. I like that plan. That sounds like a plan to me. Let's go land and see how things are. So you guys are doing pretty good. You're hitting down to 80-ish% on power generation, but you're still doing pretty good. Right? Yeah, it's about 70-ish there. So not terrible. How's my draw? So currently we're asking for 1.27 gigawatts of power, and we have the capability in our Dyson sphere to do 1.69 gigawatts of power. So that's pretty cool. We do still have some Dyson sphere components going up there. We do have some swarms going up there. So everything's going pretty well. How's my production doing? Oh, are we low on... Oh, we're low on iron. We are getting low on iron, folks. It might be time to mine iron on remote planets. It might be time to mine remote planet iron. Yeah, that might be a thing that needs to happen sooner than later. Holy cow. So we are very much getting to the point where, like, our production is just skyrocketing, right? Like, we are just mining like crazy, and we've 100%, you know, become a little bit of an issue. But that's okay. It's all good. And this thing's actually doing its job really well. I think. You should be able to hold pretty much everything, right? Yeah, I should have this be maxed out over here. Because I don't want him to back stuff anywhere. I would think. I don't want any remote planets to be unable to send here because his demand is met. I want the remote planets to be able to send as much as they want to this guy. Right? Pretty sure that's an accurate statement. So that's cool, at least. I might eventually have to expand the chargers, by the way. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Okay. And how's this stuff doing? Just fine, hopefully? Yeah, still 10,000 graviton lenses, so that's good. What I'm going to do is, it looks like because we're so good on power now, I might even... How good are we on power? We're pretty good. We're pretty good. I might clip you guys real quick. Oh wow, we're actually backstuffing on this. That's cool. Backstuffing on deuterium fuel rods is awesome. But yeah, iron's going to be a problem. So we should set up a remote iron mining outpost. I should maybe... How much iron was on P1 of our planet here? Because we've already got the power established out there. A-Crab 1 has 21 million iron ore. I think that's where we're going. We're heading back. We're heading back there, folks. Let's make sure before we go back that we have all the things we need. How are we on? We're not great on certain things. So let me get a bunch of resources here. And are you guys empty? You're getting empty. You've got a few little things left. There's so many little things that we're low on, but we'll get it all sorted. Let me come back in a minute after I replenish my resources for certain things, and we're going to make sure that I've got I'm gonna fly over to planet 1. Cool. Be right back. Oh, by the way, I noticed we were getting a little low on purple research here, so I can now build higher because I did that research to allow taller buildings. Hooray! Lack of item. I can even go higher than that. That's the height limit now. As it currently sits. I can go even higher eventually. I'm gonna add... I could do that. Sure, why not? Research speed level 2, hooray! Alright, so before I head off to my main planet, I definitely want to put in 10 of these dudes to get this ready to start receiving, right? So he's got a local demand, he's also got a remote demand set up on iron. So unlike the other planet, or the other resources, I've got such a massive setup on my main planet, mostly because it's not a one-to-one, right? Like, other resources, it's like, okay, silicon smelts into silicon, done, right? Not true, obviously, of iron, because it smelts both into iron ingots, and it smelts into... Where is A-Crab 1? A-Crab 1, where are you at? Oh boy, hello. Where is A-Crab 1? He should be close-ish. Oh, he's just on the other side of the planet, okay. Or the other side of the sun. Because it's the magnets, right? So, like, I don't want to do that. So what we're going to do here is very simply, and this is a convenient time to set this up, right? But let's find a couple iron veins that are relatively close to each other, if we can. Because there should be a lot of iron on this planet, right? If we found 2 or 3 that were near each other, that would be super cool. If not, not the end of the world, per se. Now, you guy could have iron and storage. And this guy, we're going to set up iron as a... And I'm going to put, like, 20 of these dudes in here, just to have him ready to start, you know, shuffling things around. But you're going to be a local demand remote supply. Okay? And what we're going to do very quickly and easily is just set up a bunch of miners. So this is a little bit different than the standard of what I've done, like I said, but I think it's the way to go, right? Have the raw iron shipped to your main planet and process it locally, rather than sending the processed material over there. My opinion, the way to go for iron. And I mean, you could do that for all the resources too. That's the nice thing about, you know, this game, is there's really no right or wrong way to do stuff. You do it however you want. It's all good. So let's have you go right into there. You're gonna help. You're gonna help. Okay, and then you, and could I be doing the tier 2 and tier 3 thing that I normally do? Yes. Am I at the point where I don't think I care about that anymore? Also yes. Tier 3, all the belts at this point, right? Cool. Good deal. Okay, and then the same over here. Something like this. And then let's not cover up the stuff we're mining, obviously. There you go. That should be good. Okay. What I think I'm going to do is modify this a little bit. Because he's going into, like, here. Let's change this up. And then we can have this guy come into the middle one, and this guy go into that one. 1, 2, 3. That should be cool. Ta-da! Iron for days. That should cover me for a little while, at least. I would think. And if it doesn't, well, we know where to go. We'll just come back. Alright, let's go check in on this guy real quick. So he should have lots of ships on their way to collect all this, right? And that should be keeping up. So that feels pretty good, right? Having all the logistics drones flying them around. And power-wise, Still well above the consumption level. Well above the consumption level. How great is that? Yeah, these things are 100% the way to power your remote outposts. Setting this up last episode was a really good call. I'm very, very happy with that. These things are almost overpowered. Almost. So then let's head back to our main planet then. Crab 4. You don't need to be there, but I did want to put... I did want to throw more warpers into my dude, because I only got 2. There you go. Cool. How's my iron income doing now? So iron should hopefully restabilize and be good really quick and easy. And that's kind of what you're looking to do at this stage of the game. Make sure that when you get to a point where you're low on resources, you can fix that very easily. So by virtue of the fact that we spent some time setting up this whole infrastructure in the way that we did, it means that we should be able to easily compensate for the fact that we're running out of iron on our main planet. Cool. Now, are there any other iron nodes that may not be in use? There's a little bit there. There's a hefty amount there, actually, that's still mining. It's just not enough. But we'll be running out at some point, obviously. There's still a hefty amount here that's running. But again, it's getting low, right? That's why I think you've got that down arrow. It means we're starting to get low. But don't worry. You know, we'll compensate with all the stuff coming in. Now, if we find that we're not transferring off the main planet fast enough, we could put warpers into this thing. Though, I think based on how many ins and outs there are and how many resources there are, that may not be necessarily true. But we could handle getting warpers in here if we needed to, right? And this guy, don't forget, is also doing some processing of iron for us. So there's multiple iron processors happening here. Yeah, so just, you know, keep that in mind. It's all good, though. We'll rebuild. It'll give it a few minutes, and it should stabilize again. And like I said, if it doesn't, we'll fix it. My goodness, you guys. I really need faster belts is really what it comes down to at this point. We need faster belts. Mark III belts just ain't fast enough. All I can say is my planets are very thirsty for iron. Holy cow. Yeah, we may actually need to ramp up iron processing. I mean, we're bringing in a lot, and I mean a lot of iron at this point, and to me, it doesn't feel like enough. Might be crazy, but it doesn't feel like enough iron processing. It might just be that we were so, you know, low on it that it's still, you know, catching back up, but I honestly don't know. What's it say for iron bars? I mean, our production is slightly ahead of consumption. So that's kind of cool. Anything else here that we can comment on? Maybe these guys, slightly ahead of consumption. But it might just be that consumption is low on account of the fact that we don't have enough. And that might be the problem. We may need to consider amping this up some more. Believe it or not, our satisfaction in power generation is just barely breaking even. It's getting actually a little bit low. But we're almost at 2 gigawatts of power from our star, so that's kind of nice at least. Yeah, lots and lots of things still coming in here. Look at that. Holy cow, that's cool. Are we done with the... we might be done for now with that stuff, so that's neat. I might need to upgrade you guys to Mark III. My titanium things are low, so I needed to tweak that a little bit. Is titanium just not getting enough, or what's the deal? Do we not have enough titanium coming in still? So much that you need to amp up at this stage of the game. I mean, we're building some superstructures. It shouldn't be a surprise that we need more resources. Oh no, we're actually pretty good on titanium. Local supply is cool. I might just want to have you hold more. That might be the way to go then. Yeah, that's the way to go. Have you store more locally. You've got more than enough capability to get it. You just are being slow about it. Yeah. That's why our research is kind of stalled. We're low on yellows. So I needed to amp up titanium crystals. which is needed for yellow research, obviously. Alright, now we should be happier. It's not the best setup in the world. There's so much that we could refactor and do better at this point. It's just, it's hard, it's hard. There's so much improvement that needs to be made. Alright, so what I'm going to do is keep an eye on my, you know, little planetary world here at the moment. We're good on power again. Our satisfaction's pretty happy. I think it was a temporary blip where we got low. But we're back up and happy again, so that's cool. Right? Pretty sure that's accurate. Because you're at 1 gigawatt out of something. What are you guys at? Yeah, more. Yeah, it's all connected to the same grid. For a minute there, I was like, did our grids get disconnected? Because I feel like I was a lot higher, but it's all cool. I think you guys are done filling as well, so that also helps, obviously. And you guys are just still not keeping up. Holy cow, you are not keeping up. Holy cow, are you not keeping up? I might need to have another one of these guys making just iron and magnets. Kind of like you are. Like, I might need another one of these. Because we are just not keeping up with the needs of iron at the moment. Now, it's possible we'll start backstuffing at some point. Like, this is starting to get high, which is a good sign. So soon, like, magnets will start to get higher, and then maybe iron. But also, I'm just concerned at how much we're using, right? Maybe we need to consider that it's about time to make up another one of those. But the main thing I want to work on... Oh, what's up with you guys? You're low because you are making... You, I think, require titanium crystals. That's why you're low. I could solve my titanium crystal problem, by the way, by changing the recipe to use something from a rare resource. But we'll see about that. For now, it's okay-ish. Everything's kind of restabilizing and getting back to normal. Alright, we gotta wrap up. So what I'm gonna do is wrap up here. We'll come back next time, and by then, Dirac conversion should be done. Once Dirac conversion is done, what it's gonna let me do is convert our energy acceptors to be able to create antimatter rather than making energy directly. And then shortly after that, we'll have a machine that can turn that antimatter into power. And it's going to be a lot more efficient in terms of power gen. And then we can eventually get white research cubes, which needs antimatter, by the way, to make. And then we can unlock some even cooler stuff. Mostly just upgrades at that point, but, you know, we'll see. For now, wrapping up point. Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time and continue to have fun. For now, take it easy.